it just took about 3 seconds when it happened, and it changed everything. And I wanted to know how 3 seconds could change everything. It took me 3 days to write this song. And I didn't think I would have to sing it. I just knew that I had to write it. And then I realized, no, I do have to sing it for one person. I have to sing it for my dad. Because it was about a moment that happened. We were at a family reunion. We were all on the elevator. We were going back up to our rooms. It was my mom and my dad and me and my wife Nance and our son Nate, who was about that tall, and my brother and his wife. And there was a guy running for the elevator, and my dad, held the door. And my son saw what happened. You just kind of pass your hand in front of the door, it opens up. Well, Nate was little. That looked like a Power Ranger move to him. So the guy gets on the elevator, and the doors start to close, and Nate does his little 4-year-old hand, and the doors open up. Giant walls move at the power of the 4-year-old hand. What's next? Watch out! He's beaming. My father's grumbling, and I have that knot in my stomach. I used to think that's just the way stomachs were. I didn't know they could relax. So I hang on to my boy because I know he's going to try and do it again, and my father's going to yell at him. So I'm hanging on to Nate as if I'm just saying, "You're a great kid," but I'm hanging on. And sure enough, as the doors start to close, he drops down, spins around, does this Jedi move, and sure enough, my father is now yelling. I guess he's figuring, someone's got to raise this kid, and by God, he won't, I will. And as he's reaching for my son's shoulders to shake him and scream at him, I step between them, and I look at my dad with this expression as if to say, "Good morning." Just, "Good morning." No aggression, just like, "Pick up." And my dad kind of woke up. He realized, oh, okay, guess I'm out of line here. And the elevator's quiet. And I'm thinking, that was really easy. Why didn't I think of that decades ago? For the sake of those we love, we're willing to do things that we didn't know we could do. So, I sang the song for my dad. And it was the start of a great conversation. And he said, "Yeah, you gotta sing that song." And I said, I just did. And he said, "You know what I mean. That song, you gotta play that song." And he knows. He's a psychologist. Slammed into you hard and fast, made you hit my child who was defenseless. And right then I cut free all the ties you had to me, for to drag down one more life would just be senseless. I saw in my son's eyes the old confusion and surprise that I once felt when you would roar like thunder. Now I don't care to hear the tale, how your history made you fail, or the cruel iron fist you grew up under. 'Cause now you can't get through. I'm standing right between you two, and love has made me stronger than the fear. My son shares your name. This is where I'll break the chain. So I will warn you once and make it clear. see the way it must have been for me as I tear down the facade of your excuses, and what's left of you is hard to see but must be true. I don't need to hide from what the truth is, but the times that were the best are now sinking down with all the rest. 'Cause when you crossed that line is when you lost me. I know your hate will pull you down. Hold to you would make me drown. I have to break your grip, though it will cost me. Now you can't get through. I'm standing right between you two. Love has made me stronger than fear. My son shares your name. This is where I'll break the chain. So I will warn you once and make it clear. You rage again and we will disappear. Your father's chain of anger stops right here. Your